Hey guys, Steven here, Fanatic Perspective. This is going to be my flu game because I literally have the flu right now. I am trying to sound as clear as possible. What a game, what a night. Texas pulls out a miracle in Starkville, a miracle in Stark Vegas. Pulls out the win 45-38 over the Mississippi State Bulldogs, a Bulldogs team that I was very fearful of. A game in which I told you guys Texas, I didn't expect Texas to cover. I expected Texas to win. My prediction was 31-27. So this was even more high scoring than I predicted, knowing the offensive struggles that we've had all season coming into this game, particularly off the Kentucky game on the road, knowing the inefficiencies we've shown on the road, and the first half, the frustrations of the first half. I mean, there were some good moments in there. There were some explosive chunk plays. We started off the game great on both sides of the ball, and then Mississippi State just smacked us in the mouth, quite frankly. A lot of former Texas guys. Shout out to Brennan Thompson. Shout out to Dre Bledsoe. Shout out to Darian Gillette. I mean, those guys played their asses off and were able to be very productive on both sides of the ball, generating explosive plays for Mississippi State. And we found ourselves in a massive hole, a really big hole that I wasn't sure we could get out of, especially considering today's drama with, Sark may be looking at NFL jobs like the Titans, blah, blah, blah. Diana Rossini's reporting that Texas and, people have talked about this. And, we know Sark is probably not pleased when it comes to the allegations of his play calling, which made the start of today's game fascinating to me, considering we scored on our opening drive after we were one of the most inefficient teams over the last 4 or 5 years when it comes to our scoring on our opening drive. And so I thought this was going to be a classic Sark, y'all must have forgot performance. That's at least what I've been tweeting on social media. And we ended up getting a classic. We ended up getting everything that could have gone wrong for Texas went wrong in this game. Everything, I mean, we're talking about opportunity after opportunity where they were getting short fields. They would, we missed a 29-yard field goal in this game. It blows my mind, but when stuff like this, comebacks like this happen, and guys, check out the polls here. Please let me know what you think, because I'm gonna push some of these. How do we feel about all this stuff, right? Like, I mean, at this point, I'll push this one first because let's actually be positive here, because this was a who's the player of the game? I'll start there. Who's the player of the game in y'all's opinion? I personally think Arch Manning. This was the start of one of the legendary moments for him, and showing all of the heart in the world. We were down 3 scores. He's getting hit in the mouth. People are texting me, "Oh, well, he can light it up in garbage time." Nah, that's real ball that's happening. That's not garbage time. And he found himself in a situation where he had to push the ball down the field. He had to get the ball to guys like Ryan Wingo. He had to get the ball to guys like Emmett Mosley and DeAndre Moore and Ryan and Parker Livingston. And so just incredible job to lead this football team after I thought we were starting to wilt away. I thought I started to see some quit in Texas with those cowbells and that Mississippi State, the speed that Mississippi State had, especially with Anthony Evans and Brennan Thompson and the proficiency in which they were getting downfield, some of the big plays that were being hit from Booth in the run game. It seemed like our defense wasn't responding like we wanted them to. But every single time, Arch was able to get us a quick, timely score and started to get, and I think even if you thought that was garbage time in that moment, that actually got him into rhythm. And once he got into rhythm, I think we found what this Texas offense, however you feel about the Texas offense the rest of the season, and this is going to be the next one. I want to get you guys interacting here. What's Texas right now is 6-2. Texas is 6-2 right now. They have 4 games left. 4 games left. What will they finish with? We got Vandy coming up. We got Georgia. We got Arkansas. We got A&M. How will they finish out? But with this comeback and how things transpired, knowing that we had to run a lot of 11 personnel, knowing we had to get those receivers on the field, is this the way that the Texas offense should look for the rest of the season moving forward? With these receivers, with Texas running spread personnel, with Arch just wheeling and dealing. Arch is doing this behind a bum-ass offensive line. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to poo-poo on anybody or anything like that. But the offensive line was hot garbage for most of this game. We did not run the football at all. We did not run the football at all. I mean, we ran the football situationally, but we really struggled in run game. Really struggled in run game. And Arch is trying to make it happen. Whether with his feet, whether it's extending the play, whether it's running after. I know he's not perfect. I know he misses layups still. I know it's frustrating to see him take sacks on 3rd and 2s when we see guys open, and it's like, man, there's 6 people coming, there's 7 people coming. How many people are in coverage? There's got to be a quick beater. There's got to be a quick answer. Pre-snap, I know that. But the courage under fire by Arch Manning, it's sad that he wasn't able to finish this game, which is why I also have Matthew Caldwell for player of the game too, because it's really hard coming into a football game cold, especially in overtime, which Matthew Caldwell was asked to do, and ends up throwing the game-winning touchdown pass to Emmett Mosley. 2 transfers, 2 portal guys, 1 guy from Troy, another guy from Stanford who came in and won this football game for us in the clutch, third on 2nd and 6, I believe it was, since we never got to 3rd down. Outstanding job. I'm proud of this team. I know we look. People are emotional. We're emotional on social media. We're emotional when we're talking through the game, especially if you have a few brews and you chit chat. But when it's all said and done, did we keep fighting? Did people give their best effort? Did people show up when we really, really needed them? And they came through and won the game. That's all I can ask. That's all I can ask. And yeah, there's a lot we got to adjust. And Sark and the coaching staff has got to stop being stubborn when it comes to how they're utilizing this personnel with how they want to attack the defense. At some point, you are who you are. And to me, offensively, this needs to be a spread type offense moving forward. And you build off of that. You build whatever your run concepts are off of that, whatever you need. The last poll that I'll push here, and I'll pin this one as well. What was the most concerning part about today's game for you? Was it the deep? For me, I'm gonna just say it's the defense. I expected Mississippi State to score points. I expected them. Jeff Lebby has historically been very good against Pete Kwiatkowski. He has. And today was no different. I expected Brennan Thompson to get action. I expected Anthony Evans to get action. I did not expect them to dominate at chunks of the game the way that they did. That was frustrating for me. I thought our secondary, I know Michael Taft was not here. Michael Taft was missed. And for those of you who don't see the value of Michael Taft and his communication and getting people lined up correctly and things of that sort, some of this stuff we were just getting beat pre-snap, i.e. one of the first touchdowns they scored, which was the slant to the tight end who hadn't caught a damn pass all season. And they beat us pre-snap. So Michael Taft was missed. Yes, we missed our boy. We missed our leader on that side. As Arch Manning would say, I miss my twin. And it's sad because both the twins are hurt right now. Both 16s are hurt right now. But we battling. This might make us stronger. This might make us, but by in some weird man, football's crazy. I saw a tweet from Chris Hummer that said entering today, FBS teams had lost 429 straight games when trailing by at least 17 points with 10 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, per CBS's research team. And Texas broke that streak. You have no choice but to get stronger from that, as far as I'm concerned. You have no choice but to get stronger from that. And look, I'm well aware. I know some of you have already commented in the comments, and thank you for commenting in the comments. Please continue to do so. This is a interactive post-game Bleacher Report live show. And the more you guys interact with me, it helps me get through this, as I am dealing with the flu, and I'm just living off vibes and adrenaline right now. You got to realize Matthew Caldwell probably is going to start next week. If Arch legit has, Arch didn't look good when he came off the field. It took so Matthew Caldwell is probably going to start next week. You're going to need this type of energy to galvanize the group and help them move forward, right? Because, man, they at least have some time, which is why we think we'll get Taft back before Georgia. They're gonna need to be behind Matthew Caldwell at home. They'll finally get to be back at home. This is the end of the Road Warriors period. This is the end of what I call Q3 for Texas, right? As I've talked about here on Bleacher Report, Q1 was the Ohio State game. Q1 was Ohio State on its own. Q2 was all of September, all the G5 games, and Q3 was the entire month of October and all of these road games or games away from home, right? Including the OU game in Dallas. So now we get to go into Q4, which is Vanderbilt at Georgia, and then our two rivalry games, Arkansas, A&M. We're 6-2 through this. We're 3-1 now. Texas now 3-1 in the SEC. How are we feeling? So right now, you guys are thinking what? Looks like people are thinking 9-3, between 9-3, 8-4. So 8-4 right now, that means you're going 2-2. You're if you're 6-2 right now, you get 8-4, 2-2. 9-3 means you're going 3-1. So I'm assuming y'all think that one is Georgia. That'd be tough. Look, at this point, I think a lot of people were thinking 7-5 today. Let's be honest. For most of this game, y'all were probably thinking this is a 7-5 football team we were watching. So we also have to understand this. Mississippi State has a lot of good athletes. I give them a lot of credit. I personally thought Mississippi State wasn't the greatest matchup for Texas. I'm a boxing guy. Styles make fights. I don't veer and shoot type stuff for Texas. With the size of their corners, didn't like this matchup for us. Speed, both sides of the ball, didn't like this matchup for us. There's teams that will look better, like OU. OU's better, obviously better than Mississippi State, but I liked our matchups with OU better. So the reason why I'm saying this is, do you guys think that we'll be better? Because I nobody has a bad offense remaining on the schedule that will play. We're going to see Pavia next week, and that triple option, all of what they do. Somebody let me know in the comments, how did the Vanderbilt Missouri game end up? I had to come straight here, so I didn't see the conclusion of that. What was the end result of the Vanderbilt Missouri game? Please let me know in the chat. But the other thing is, the Georgia's offense with Gunnar Stockton, very good. A&M's offense with those receivers, Mario Craver, Casey Concepcion, they can also run the football. Avion Moss, Daniels, Ruben Owens. They've got a balanced attack. They can run the ball with Marcel Reed. Arkansas with Taylor Green and their run game and some of the explosives. I know they're not very good, but they're explosive. So everybody we play, has something for us offensively. So while the defense is going to have to be better and tighten up, and I love the way the defense finished the game today, don't get me twisted. When PK really needed to dial up the heaters were there. Shout out to Anthony Hill. Shout out to Colin Simmons and Ethan Burke and everybody. Okay, Vandy won by 7. Thank you. So Vandy still only has, what, 1 loss? And before today, Vandy was we were favored before today. So, what is this comment? I was in the bathroom at work, hiding in the stall, cussing up a storm. We were down for sure, thinking 7-win season. Hey, I appreciate your honesty, South Florida Duke. I appreciate your honesty, South Florida Duke. Missouri lost on the 6-inch line as time expired with a Hail Mary. Man. Aiden Chandler said we will drop either A&M or Georgia. I think I think for me, I think high end, especially considering what we know or don't know about Arch's availability, what we know about Michael Taft's availability, I think high end, the highest I can go is 3-1 the rest of the slate. So the highest I can go is 9-3 for Texas to finish. That's just me. But floor, I don't want to say 1-3. I don't. I do think we played at the level of our opponents, and because we played at the level of our opponents, I think we're either going to be 8-4 or 9-3. That's where I'm at. I don't think we're going to drop 3 games. Especially considering the amount of games that are at home. We only have 1 road game left on the whole season. Now, granted, it's to Athens, Georgia, but we only have 1 road game left. So we have to factor that in. We've been playing a whole month away from DKR. Who else? Who were some unsung heroes in today's game? Another question I don't have in a poll, but just one that I'm throwing out there. Now, if we steal a game or something like that, or injury, it's a long season, right? So again, anything can happen. It looks like on the polls, and let's look at the stats too while we're here. Do I think Caldwell can compete with these good teams? I think Caldwell should be able to compete against Vanderbilt's defense. That's essentially what we should be asking him to do. I don't think he'll be the quarterback longer than that. I do think Matthew Caldwell can give us a chance to win against Vanderbilt's defense, but we're going to have to be able to run the football better. We're going to need better effort from the offensive line. They were garbage today. And I know DJ Campbell went down for a big chunk of time, but there's times in there where guys are missing blocks so badly, people can get hurt. Like it looks that bad. It looks that bad. And that's just a TV copy. That's not even really getting into the cracking into the all 22. And I'm not saying that they're bad players or anything like that. I'm talking like this because I'm disappointed with what I expect them to be. And I'm not expecting them to be this Joe Moore, winning group or anything like that. But I expect them to at least keep people safe. Let's look at the stats, y'all. All right. So, I mean, I'm so proud of Arch, though. It's the first time he played against a former opponent that he's already played against. So now he can really say he got Mississippi State's number. Now I know they've lost 16 straight SEC games, and he didn't finish this game, but 4 touchdowns. He had the opening touchdown on the ground, 346 yards. almost 12 yards per. Um, just with no run game, no run support. Look, I mean, those are. I mean, Baxter and Wisner ran hard. It's not their fault. I'm not blaming the backs on this. I'm not blaming the backs. But there's just no. I mean, they didn't even get like a chunk run, right? I mean, it's Wisner's longest carries 9 yards. Baxter's longest carries 10 yards. This is going to be the first year where we don't have 1,000-yard back under Sark. That's going to be Sark. This is definitely going to be Sark's first year without a 1,000-yard back. And at this point, if Arch didn't get sacked so much, he might actually be our leading rusher for the season. Like, this is like some Colt McCoy stuff from his early days. Wingo with the most confusing good bad game I've ever seen. I'm gonna say it again, like I'm like Dr. Umar. Wingo with the most good bad confusing game I've ever seen. On one hand, you look at the brother and you say 5 catches for 184 yards with a 62-yard catch. I think he had multiple. I think he had one 62-yard one, another one that was like 50-something or 60 yards. But he had multiple explosives. The brother averaged 36.8 yards per catch. The brother averaged 36.8 yards per catch. But as we look into this and chat, as we diagnose this a bit further, we say, wait a minute, he had 12 targets, yet he only caught 5 balls. But there were several balls that hit the brother in the hands. One of them, 2 of them were egregious. And Brother Wingo, this is constructive criticism. You're an amazing athlete. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. The athleticism. I think you're an awesome competitor too. I saw some competitive juice today because that one deep ball he caught when the shit was really hitting the fan, him and Arch came through. So when I thought some dudes on Texas were ready to lay down and roll over, Wingo was not one of those dudes, okay? So let me make that clear. He's competitive. But, brother, we have to work on the details, the little things. There's something, I don't know if it's a lack of focus or just looking the ball in, what it is. But too many times this season, we have seen flat out butt booty naked drops. That cannot keep happening. That cannot keep happening. Especially when we're already struggling to produce offense. And some of it even may be the brother may be pressing to create a big play because he sees that the offense is struggling. So it's like, oh, I'm finally so open. And then you get so, I don't know what it is, but we have to be a professional with our craft. These guys are making money. These are not amateur athletes. Ryan Wingo will play on Sundays. He's the most talented athlete in this family, a family full of great athletes. I expect him to continue to grow and scale. This is the worst version of Ryan Wingo we will ever see. But damn it, the drops, the naked drops, because I'm not even getting into contested catches and all this type of stuff, and him really fighting for the ball and him really becoming that guy at receiver. But just help your quarterback out. Help your guys out, man. So that stuff's got to stop. Jack injuries dropped some too. I know one of the balls was a little bit behind him, but you're the damn tight end, bro, with a big body. You're supposed to catch those. So Arch's stats might have even been better, and maybe we don't go to overtime. Because, I mean, think about all the goofy stuff. Like, they put up these stats. We missed a 29-yard field goal. Like, injuries dropped the pass. He could have had a touchdown. And it was at that point when we missed the field goal, I was like, man, something's weird with everybody. Like, the whole team is on some other ish at this point. Ryan Niblett. What's the award for? Is there Ryan Niblett's going to make first team All American like kick return at this point, or all purpose, whatever the role is for the special teams guy on All American team. Ryan Niblett's running away with this. He's already second in the country in return yards, and then today, you wouldn't think that he would ever have a return bigger than the return against OU. Oh no, oh no. We didn't even have to stress about having to score on the last drive. There was no last drive for Texas because Ryan Niblett said, "Don't worry, y'all. I got it from here. Don't worry, my brothers." I've never seen a guy go from so timid, so swaggerless, an NPC, if you will. I'm serious. I've never seen a guy go from being a complete non-factor, no swagger. I'm like, I know the brother's fast, but what he's either fair catching everything or he doesn't want smoke. What's going on? To in a moment's notice, he's now the best kick returner in the country. And you can see it on his face. It's amazing what confidence can do for people. I have never seen somebody grow so fast. Like, it's literally over a course of weeks, guys. Weeks. And Ryan Niblett, C. Hernandez said, "I'm watching the game from Japan. This team is taking years off my life. Go Horns. Hook 'em." You and me both, brother. You and me both. Y'all can follow me on here on Bleacher Report too. Just hit my thing, so you'll always know when I go live to talk about Texas. If you want to keep following Texas in the community here, we try and grow the Texas community here on Bleacher Report. Why not? Why not? Now I need him to show a little bit more swagger when he gets the ball on offense, but on special teams, oh, he's him. He's officially him. Ryan Niblett's becoming. He's becoming one of the best kick returners we've ever seen in Texas. And we've had some guys. We've had some guys return kicks here at Texas. I mean, Worthy was a dude. Worthy ended up getting All-American for kick return before he left. Before that, at one point, Deshaun Jameson was going after Shipley's record. Remember, like Jameson was big time. Then you had Shipley was off the charts. I mean, it's been incredible. It's been absolutely incredible to see the progression of that young man in particular, and Ryan Niblett. But all these guys, man. I mean, I'm very, very proud of this group. I'm very proud of this team to continue to fight. Mississippi State is no joke. I don't know how they'll finish their season. They need 2 more wins to get bowl eligible. I don't know if they'll break their streak. That's not a bad football team by any means. Now, they don't know how to win. Oh, yeah, Quan Cosby. Yeah, we've had some dudes return kicks. Ryan Niblett's putting himself up there because it's the moments. I mean, and it's needed because we struggle offensively. We've been struggling offensively, and we're not. Look, our defense is good. Our defense isn't what it was last year. I hope everybody can realize that now. This isn't last year's defense. Last year's defense with Andrew Makuba and Jade Barron and Alfred Collins, people that are starting productive members of NFL teams right now that are doing stuff. This is not that group. And that's okay. But I hope people now can see how critical it is to have guys to help step up. That's why what Colin Simmons said this week was so important about it takes everybody. It took everybody today to almost lose this game. It took almost everybody today to almost lose this game. I didn't realize Jelani McDonald had 14 tackles. Goddamn. Um, Anthony Hill was a force. Ethan Burke, January. It was funny. They said the announcer said January hogtied Blake Shapen, and I said I just thought about the R. Kelly meme where he was like hog. I don't know. I don't know how to hog tie people. They said I hog tie people. But yeah. Anyway, Hero Canoe. By the way, when I talk about people playing on Sundays, Hero Canoe is a Sunday football player. Y'all hear me? Hero Canoe is a Sunday football player. That guy's lateral movement at his size is insane. That's why he's such a phenomenal interior pass rusher. But the DBs struggled today. I mean, Phil Sami got baptized a little bit today. He played the most football he's played probably all his whole career at Texas so far. He played a lot of football today, right? Because he has to rotate in with Derek Williams, who I didn't see a whole lot of. I mean, I saw Derek Williams out there, but I saw more Phil Sami having to make tackles. Grayson Littleton, rough game. Gilbo, rough game. But guys battling, right? Now, here's the other thing, too. And this is where we got to say stubbornness. We end up winning out on time and possession but we should have tried. I think if we wanted to really look at this again and really understanding the opponent and how they operate, where Veer and Shoot is all about getting their first down and their drive started so they can start going crazy tempo, good and fast. Notice how they would either go 3 and out with the quickness or they would go and have like a touchdown drive. Like it's a variance of two extreme different extreme different variables on the spectrum. That's how they operate. And so this turned into a track meet, if you will, by which is how Mississippi State wants to play. Luckily, we were able to pull ourselves out of it. So, yeah. I mean, this game's pretty even. First downs, turnovers, penalties, total yards, they're all even rushing. Everything's pretty even, and this is why we ended up where we ended up. So the numbers do tell us somewhat of a story there. But I just wanted to share that with you guys before taking off here. So, yep. Yeah, remember, we got the poll here. How are we going to finish this season? Looks like people are feeling better. If I had done this during the game, there'd be more votes on 7 wins or fewer. I'm surprised that's 0. I am actually surprised that is 0 right now. People are feeling good. What concerns do we still have? I know people are feeling good because even coaching game plan wasn't even only 6% is interesting. This one's pretty balanced. Only 4% say strip him of play calling duties right now. Interesting. I'm not on that camp. I'm just reporting the news. I'm just looking at what I see here before we. Oh, Matthew Caldwell got a vote. Looks like Ryan Niblett is going to win out for player of the game. So that's pretty cool. Well, guys, Fanatic Perspective, I'm going to kick off another post-game live on my YouTube channel. So if you're not familiar with me or what I do, I have a YouTube channel, Fanatic Perspective. Come find me over there. We will be kicking that off pretty soon just to wrap and have more interactive chats just like here on Bleacher Report. Very thankful for this platform and opportunity to talk ball, especially after a legendary win when I say legendary, an unforgettable win, an unforgettable win, and just really, really happy to see this team continue to get back in the win column on the road. 3-1 now in the SEC, 6-2 overall. South Florida Duke, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. You know, I'm drinking my Gatorade. I'm probably not supposed to be talking this much, but it's too much fun. Y'all making me feel better with this energy. Sapphire Quartz, I see your comment here. Thank you, sir. On the downside, while Mississippi State is not a good trash team, we still should not have struggled against them. I agree. On the upside, years ago, we didn't finish this game. We did this one. Agreed. Hook 'em, hook 'em, hook 'em, hook 'em. Guys, remember, horns always up. And come find me on YouTube here shortly. Peace.